Hey guys, I'm back. And how y'all doing today? I have so much to talk to you guys about, and there's just not enough time in the friggin' day to talk about them. And shit, turn this off. I'm freezing. I have my rain boots on today because it's so muddy and just wet outside. The date is, I don't even know what today's date is. May 28th of 2020, baby. So, yesterday I had to go to Ross because I went there to get some dog beds. And I walk in and there's like nothing there. I'm talking nothing, like nada. Like, it looked like someone had come in and robbed the store in the middle of the night. There was like probably no shit, probably like 200 pieces of clothing in that entire store. And let me think about this. I don't know, maybe 100 non-clothing things for sale. And I was like, what the hell? So I ended up leaving, not getting any dog beds because they didn't have any. Surprise, surprise. And I tell you what, if I get stuck behind this tractor this whole way, I cannot do this. Like, are you freaking kidding me? There's no way I can go 18 miles an hour. Okay. Because I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I don't have time. I don't have time. And let me tell you something else. I hate that sound because whenever Justin put on my windshield wiper blade, it's not on correctly, so it just scrapes my windshield, whatever. Anyways, okay, what was I saying? Okay, so I went to Ross, didn't get any dog beds whatsoever because there was none. However, I did get a new shower curtain for my guest bathroom and some shower rugs, soap dispenser, trash can, just simple dumb stuff. Anywho, I had my son's PlayStation 4 game with me. And it had gotten broken because his sister, who's 3, likes to break all the DVDs, right? So I kept telling Kaiser, when everything opens up, I'll go get your game fixed. I'll go get your game fixed. Don't stress. This is some BS. Like, we are going so slow. Anyways, so I get into, or I call GameStop, and I'm like, hey, I need y'all to fix this game. And they're like, oh, well, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do that? Because I swear to God, I saw a deal that said, like, we repair movies or something, or games or whatever. And the lady was like, no, we used to, but we just can't really be responsible if anything gets broken or damaged and then it doesn't get fixed and then it actually ruins your console and people were getting pissed off. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And she goes, but I'll tell you what, if you go to Vintage Stock, they do fix games, CDs, movies, whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking, great, okay, cool. Right? So I call Vintage Stock and I'm on the phone with this very nice man. He's like maybe 18, 20-year-old kid. And he's like, well, we used to fix DVDs and movies. And I'm like, okay, so you can fix my game. And he goes, but we don't really do it as much anymore. And I'm like, so do you do it or you don't? Like, either you fix it or you're not. Like, just tell me if you can fix it or not, And he's like, well, I think that we can, but it's $3. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care. And then he goes, no, wait, no, it's $4 now. And then he puts me on hold to go and talk to his good Judy friend and go, is it $4 or are we still charging $3? And I'm like screaming on the phone at this point going, I don't care if it's $3 and I don't care if it's $4. I just want to know if you fix freaking movies, games, CDs, whatever. And then the guy gets back on the phone and he's like, I messed up. I thought it went up $1, but it actually did not go up $1. It's still $3. And I was like, like, it was to the point where I can't hang up on somebody because I feel bad. So I just get mad and like yell at myself. And I'm like, okay, come on. What are you waiting on? You guys, I'm losing my patience. I'm losing my patience. Anyway, so I'm like, whatever. You can do it? Cool, great. See you in a bit, And I jump in my car and I like drive all the way down to Best Buy. And then I'm like, where the hell is this place? 'Cause I've never been to it before. Get on my Google Maps. It's on the other side. So right where I was. So I just turn and drive all the way back. Whatever. So I get to the vintage stock and I come walking in and there's that nice guy and I knew it was him because he looked at me like, what is this girl doing up in here with her 10 pounds of makeup on and Jeffree Star shirts and green lipstick? And it was just like, you could just tell he was like, you do not fit the bill to be up in here, but whatever. And I said, hey, I called about the, the movie fixing or the CD, game, whatever. Just, I called. And he goes, oh, yeah. And so I come walking over and I hand him the CD and he sits and looks at it for like 10 minutes. And he's like inspecting it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I don't know if it's like repairable. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, it's pretty bad, man. What happened? Your dog get a hold of this? I'm like, no, my 3-year-old did. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And he's just looking at me and he goes, well, I mean, I'll try to fix it, but I don't know if it's going to work. And I'm just like, okay, fine, whatever. So I don't know what he does, but he puts this in the machine and it starts making all these weird sounds like a damn dial-up tone. And for all you young kids who don't know what that is, it's, back in the day when we would try to get on the World Wide Web, you had to like make sure your phone was hung up and then it would dial in. It'd be like, doo 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 doo, beep 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 beep, and it was just such a freaking mess. And God forbid if somebody picked that phone up, because I'm telling you right now, if somebody picked that phone up, you was kicked off online, buddy. Please don't hit me, thank you. So hold on, because I have to go in this store real quick, get my damn drinks, get my fix. I'll be right back. Tell the rest of the story. Sorry about that, guys. So do you guys remember, I'm not trying to get off topic, but do you guys remember that I told you about, is it my father-in-law? That would be so funny if it was. Is it? It's not. It's not him. Anyways, do you remember, do you remember that I told you that for some weird reason, everybody and their mother wants to talk to me, and I don't know why. Just now, I'm trying to get the hell out of here, and this guy's like, this tall, weird man, and he's not weird, he just weirded me out the day I met him. I went and washed, I'm super anal about my car and cleaning my car, and he goes, I went to this like car wash, and I'm like cleaning it off, with the chamois and stuff. And this guy's like, did we miss a spot? And I'm like, no. I mean, I don't know. You could have, but I'm just wiping my car off. And he kept coming up to me and he's like, is everything okay? Is like it cleaned off good enough? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm just like really anal about my car. And I like my car cleaned and perfect and prestige. You know what I'm saying? Like pristine. I like it really I'm very anal about my car. So I was just in the gas station and I stepped behind this man and he stinks so bad. Not the guy from the car wash, but just some random guy. And it was, I hate people who stink. Like, go take a bath, go take a shower, wash your ass, put on deodorant, spray some cologne on, keep it moving. I do not want to smell you, your body odor, and your funk. Grosses me out, dude. Grosses me out. Ugh. Anyways, they suckered me again. I got these freaking spicy chicken strips. Okay. This guy follows me out to my car, right? I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the hell? And he like knocks on my window and I roll down my window. I'm like, what's up? And he said, I was looking at you there in the store and I know I recognized you from somewhere, but I couldn't pinpoint where it was from. And do you know where it was from? And I was like, no. And he goes, I was the guy, the manager up at the car wash who was trying to make sure your car was clean. He said, I didn't really recognize your face, but I should have recognized your car. So you're telling me that based off of seeing my 2016 GMC Terrain that you recognize me? And he goes, well, that and your black makeup. And I'm sitting here going, are you freaking colorblind? I don't wear black makeup. Like, at all. Never worn black makeup. Whatever. Just weirded me out. Anyways, back to the story. So, hold on, I'm just trying to open up this effing Red Bull. Anyways. Okay, so he puts my CD, game, whatever you want to call it, into the machine, right? He's trying to clean it up, or fix it, or whatever. He is like, well, I don't know if it's going to fix it, but we can try, okay? He says if it doesn't fix it, I'm not going to charge you. I'm like, I don't care. It's $3, $4. I don't care how much it is, whatever. So, whoa, dude, that's a big fire. So, he starts talking to his friend, which is this sweet girl. She's a little bit thicker. Love that. And I hear her say, well, I can't wait to get off work. And I think she said, like, eat a TV dinner or something. And then I'm going to work on my Halloween costume. I try not to be nosy. Like, at all. But I turned around and I was like, are you talking about, like, this Halloween? Like, 2020? And she goes, yeah. And I said, girl, it's May. What are you going as? The Earth? Like, I'm sitting here trying to think of what she needs to make that needs so much detail, and I'm thinking, like, maybe she's going as a big styrofoam planet with all the continents and mountains and stuff on it. I don't know. And she goes, no, I'm going as this blah, 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 blah. And apparently it is some sort of, oh, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to butcher this. Anime / cosplay character. And I was like, well, that's cool. I've never understood shit like that. But, hey, man, to each his own. You want to dress up, go out in the woods, and poke at imaginary shit, that's on you. I ain't mad at you. And she's like, well, I'm just trying to figure out, oh my god, these are so spicy. Whew, I am just trying to figure out, hot tamale, how I'm going to make the feet of my character. And I'm like, what? And she's like, well, this character has legs like a goat. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, and I don't know how I'm going to make that. And I'm like, well, do you have a picture or something you can show me so I can get a visual? I could, probably help you out or something, give you good ideas. So she pulls up a photo. And I feel like every cosplay, anime, characters from games, they make them all like stupid sexy. And they all look the same. They all have big old boobies. And some super short, skimpy outfit that's like about to show their lady parts. Whatever. No shade. They just look the same to me. Either they're blue or they're white or they're red or... So, I am literally about about to die because this is burning so much. So she shows me, and it has these weird looking goat feet. And I looked at her and I said, I mean, like the legs kind of like went down, but then they went like backwards, like the person was facing this way and like the legs like kicked back. It was very weird. And I said, well, if you're trying to get those weird looking goat feet but don't know how to build it, I said, why don't you just buy heelless heels like Lady Gaga? And I said, and actually they even make them in fur as well, like fake fur. And she looks at me like like I just spoke in a foreign language. The fact that high heel came out of my mouth to a girl who is attempting to build a costume for Halloween / cosplay. She was like, what? So she sits there for a second. She's like, well, that's a really good idea. And I was like, I know. I said, because the only reason why I know about that is because I was looking into purchasing heelless high heels. And I said, but they kind of creep me out because they look like bent back goat legs or something, like bent back paper clips or something. It was very strange. And she's like, well, I'm really going to think about that. And I said, well, just air caution. If you do not wear high heels as much, I would probably start practicing now because they can be very painful and if not worn properly, could snap ankles. And she was just like, oh, okay. In the midst of this conversation, the man comes back and he's like, yeah, your game's pretty broke and I'm not able to fix it. Like, nothing even happened. Didn't fix nothing. And I'm just like, fuck, okay. So I look at, he's like, the girl says, God, I have something in my teeth. The girl's like, well, look at the game. Can you see through the, hold it up in the sunlight. Can you see through the game? And the guy's like, yeah, a little bit. She was like, let's ruin. And I'm like, great. So I just drove up here for nothing. Whatever, fine. So I said, okay, well, my son really loves this game and it's saved on the console, not on the game itself. Is it possible for me to purchase this game? Right? But she's like, I think we have that game. The guy starts looking and he's trying to find out if we do and yada, yada, yada. And all of a sudden, I look over and I see all these swords. And I'm thinking to myself, like, cool, these are like little fake, like kid swords, right? Sorry, my allergies are kicking my butt. I was like, cool, little fake kid swords. Like, maybe I'll buy one for my kid. I bet he would like that. He's 5. And I said, what's up with those swords? Y'all selling those? And the girl says, oh, yes, we are. I'm like, cool, I bet my 5-year-old would really like that, you know? And they both just kind of look at me like, what the fuck is this lady doing? And I said, well, can I walk back there? And it was like I had asked them to like open up their register and give me all their money. That girl looked at me and she goes, well, no, like you can't come back here. It's no, you can. And I was just like, okay, well, can you hand me one then? And so we're looking at these swords and I'm like, wait a minute, like this is real metal and real steel. I said, I can't get my 5-year-old this. He would kill his sister with this. And the guy who was helping me, he's like, oh, yeah, those can actually be sharpened and super deadly. And I was like, really? And he goes, oh, yeah, I collect them. And I said, wait, what? And he goes, oh, yeah, no, I totally collect these. And I said, you do? And he goes, oh, yeah, I've got a whole bunch at the house, and I sharpen them, and it's a lot of work. And I'm like, well, why do you sharpen it? And he goes, well, in case the apocalypse comes, you know, I want to be able to defend myself like the character on, you know, blah, 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 Walking Dead. And I'm sitting here going, what? And he goes, well, if zombies come, I got a bunch of swords at my house. And I said, from what? Like, all the games? He goes, well, and he picks up a sword and he's like, well, this one's from Zelda. And then she picks up one. She's like, yeah, this one. This fucking asshole, like, fucking dick. Sorry, I hate people who just, like, won't let you over because they're a-holes. And then she starts picking up all these swords and she's like, yeah, this one's from blah, blah, blah. And this one's from blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, people buy these? And she goes, yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, and you can take it home and like sharpen it yourself, and you can cut through paper and make it so sharp. And I'm sitting here going, what do you do with these? And he's like, you hang them up and look at them. And I'm just like, for what? I mean, whatever, I guess. It's not really my gig, but whatever, you know. And so I don't know how this happened, but I walked in trying to get my son's game fixed, and somehow I walked out spending $47 on a screen protector for my kid's Nintendo Switch. They don't even play anymore. Well, Sissy does sometimes, but she constantly breaks the screens. And for $30 for my kid's new game that wasn't a new game. It's like a pre-owned game, but it's been used, and I don't know, I'm just, you know, I just sit here and think to myself, like, God, man, they must be making it just a killing buying all these pre-owned games and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of weirded me out, you know. Are you seriously going to cut? I'm over it. I told you guys I'm over the buffoonery, and I mean it. I cannot do this with the people. I am over it. Let me set my cruise. Boom, set it on high speed. Anyways, I got invited the other day to what was it? I think it was a virtual baby shower. And in the deal, it was like, there's going to be cupcakes and games. And I'm sitting here going, how the hell do you do a virtual baby shower and enjoy cupcakes and games if I'm not there? It's so bizarre, you know? I mean, I get it because the day that we're in, it's crazy pants. You know, it's nuts. But I'm like sitting here thinking, like, how can, I don't know. It's weird. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Anyways, that was my trip. I had to tell you guys something else, but I can't even think of what it is, and my phone's about to cut off. So, I guess if I remember it, I'll make another video. If not, I'll see you guys later. So, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and, subscribe and comment, stuff like that. We're growing strong. We almost got 20 people. No. I just like making videos. I don't give a damn if anybody watches them, but it would be nice to leave some comments so I can, do some feedback. That'd be so cool. All right, well, leave some likes, leave some comments, and look for my next video. Oh, and thank you next. Thank you next. Thank you next. All right, I love you guys, and be safe. Please don't cross your lane. It's not your turn. Bye-bye.